Hello, I'm Michael Adine, and welcome to the award-winning Pajamas TV program, Faster, Please. Well, to tell you the truth, I was at a bit of a loss what to talk about today, but then I thought, well, all you people who are watching Pajamas TV are no doubt wondering, well, what does it matter? I mean, pajamasmedia.com, what does it matter? Who pays attention? Who cares? And from my own personal experience, I can now tell you, based on two recent events, that some of the most powerful and nasty people in the world care, and care a lot. And I'm thinking of our friends over there in Tehran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, Ali Khamenei, the so-called supreme leader, and their various henchmen. They do not have henchwomen in Tehran, at least not yet. A couple of weeks ago, Ali Khamenei, he's the supreme leader, his newspaper ran a front page story attacking their various enemies, Mir Hossein Mousavi, Mehdi Karoubi, and Mohammad Khatami. And among the various attacks on these people, this newspaper, Kayhan, K-A-Y-H-A-N, accused Khatami of taking orders from me, Michael Adine. And they said, well, is he speaking for himself or is he speaking for Michael Adine when he calls for a national referendum, which I have called for in the past, not to be sure the one that Khatami called for, but I'd love to see a referendum. I think that the easiest and cleanest way to solve the Iranian problem is simply to have Jimmy Carter organize a national referendum and ask the Iranian people, do you want an Islamic Republic, yes or no? And since I expect that most of them would vote no, that would get us past that. This government could step down, you'd create some kind of interim temporary government, write a new constitution, ratify it, and then elect a government to govern the country in terms of the new constitution. But the point is that notice that Kayhan, when they wanted to attack their opposition inside Iran, could think of no more terrible thing to say about them than to blame their activities on a blogger for Pajamas Media. And so it goes. This past weekend, as you may have noticed, there have been sporadic reports in the press about this. There were show trials in Tehran where various selected victims were trotted up and interrogated and made to confess to all manner of sin and crime and tomfoolery and error. And many of these poor people were asked by the prosecutor, well, what did Michael Adine tell you to do? And where did Michael Adine tell you to go? And of course, these poor people said, you know, who, what, who's Michael Adine? And I got an email from a friend in Tehran saying, well, now you, Michael Adine, you've become very popular because although these people have no idea who you are, they figure if the prosecutors are so upset that you must be a friend of theirs. And indeed, I am a friend of theirs because I'd like to see them win. And I would desperately like to see this regime ended. So in case you're sitting around wondering, well, what does this all matter? Why am I supporting Pajamas TV? Why do I read Pajamas Media? Keep in mind that it's not only you, the Mullahs are reading Pajamas Media, and they're paying close attention. In fact, so far as I know, these poor unfortunates who were dragged up on stage and interrogated by the chief prosecutor and made to confess to things they have never done, those people are not reading the New York Times, nor did they accuse the Secretary of Defense or the head of the CIA of doing this. They accused a blogger from Pajamas Media, and I think that tells you what really counts in the world today. Thank you, and goodbye from Washington. Tune in next week to watch the award-winning program, Faster, Please. This is Michael Adine.